YouTube, how we doing? PPS here, YouTube play of the day. It is about 6 a.m. here out Central Time. So coming at you guys, two spots today. Some wagons in action today. So this is one of the best slates I've seen in a very long time. A lot of my favorite teams are in action, and some of them against each other. So I'm good, ready to roll. Um, we want to obviously recap the show from before, so we're going to do that as we always do, because obviously we want to be transparent with you guys always. So 1-1, Gonzaga misses by a bucket. They ended up with 43. Missed free throws, 3-pointers. I think they only made like 2 or 3 threes in that first half, and they still almost got there. So felt good about it. Full game missed by like 10. So do still feel good about that first half angle as always with Gonzaga. Flew over. We have our Denver Pioneers, baby. Those guys are an absolute wagon for us, and happy to continue to cash with these guys because they are very, very good to us, and happy to continue to cash with the number one over team in America, and they are still continuing to be a wagon for your boys. So we are moving on, 1-1. Still kind of get that sweep again, guys. Looking forward to it being today. Saturday has been good to us these last 2 weeks. I will be rolling with the over 161. If they gave me a first half number, I'd probably roll with it. In the Eastern Washington game, I'm not seeing a first half number with it being this early. Actually, let's go full game. Let's go full game. I see DraftKings doesn't have a first half line or out there right now, but I'm fine with it. Then you saw Arizona team total was my second one. So let's take a look here. First play, I'm going to go Eastern Washington over 161. Yeah, I probably would like to play both. I will play both, but I think this is my favorite one because I love the free throw shooting of Eastern Washington down the stretch. Northern Colorado has also been very good, and I usually like to take the Northern Colorado first half when they are at home there. So Northern Colorado, 300th in adjusted defense, 56th in pace. Eastern Washington, 48th in pace, 86th in adjusted offense, 217 adjusted defense. First game, 77-74. Obviously, a very close matchup. Eastern Washington is actually on a 2-game losing streak. I think that's important to note because these guys are, in my opinion, the best team in the conference by quite a bit. And I don't think that you're going to be able to see this Northern Colorado team win a slower pace game. I don't think they can play a half-court game here and expect to win. Eastern Washington, I think, is better across the board. 3-point shooting, obviously. They also have they're just so deep offensively, right? They have Coward, Price, Jones, 2 other guys there that are all also in double figures, right? They all shoot 34 to 36% from 3. Yes, would I like them to be at home for this number? Probably, but Northern Colorado's defense is atrocious. They're terrible. And even in these games that they're losing, Northern Colorado's still hitting the overs, right? They've hit the over in 4 of their last 5 games, only one being in Northern Arizona that they did not hit it, right? Some of these losses, it's like their Weber State loss. They scored 90 on Weber State. Like it's a big number on a team that doesn't want to run that much. So really like this team. Obviously, going to Northern Colorado, St. Thomas is an absolute tank. I love that guy. Every time you need a clutch bucket, this guy's got your back. And if you want to look a little bit more into 3-point percentage and all that, Eastern Washington is phenomenal, 21st in the country in 3-point percentage, shooting about 38%. And that's a big boy number. Northern Colorado at home is 38% as well. So I think that's obviously important. Shooting threes is going to be an important spot here in this game, and I think that's going to allow Eastern Washington to stay close in this one, or Northern Colorado to stay close in this one because this is going to be a really tough matchup, right? This is going to be a really tough matchup. So fighting for the top spot in the conference. I love Eastern Washington today, and I'm going to be rolling with the over 161. All right, guys, 1.5 unit. I kind of mentioned it on Pass the Prop yesterday. Just want to make sure that it's still there, and it is. Let's pull it up here. Eastern Washington was our first play. Arizona is our second play. Arizona team total 91.5 minus 110. We got 1.5 on that one. Let's take a look here. I love Arizona. I do. I did just live bet them after their last loss to win the national championship. Dude, I can't get them. If they're giving me more than 10-1 on this team, I think that's pretty damn good odds. Arizona is, in my opinion, one of the best offenses in the country. Caleb Love, Ballo, Larson, Kashad Johnson. Obviously, Kashad played last year in the tournament. The tough part is it really comes down to if they are shooting the ball well, right? And I know that's very obvious to say, but every game that they've lost, they've shot sub 30% from three. I don't think Washington can stop them from three. You saw Arizona State; they're a top 50 team in 3-point percentage allowed. Right? Washington is not going to be able to do that. I think Washington wants to run with these guys, which is not a pace or not a game you want to play. Right? Washington significantly better at home. I think Arizona runs these dudes out the gym because if you're going to try to play fast with the number 15th pace team in the country, Washington is 30th, but they're close to they're like 100th in adjusted defense. I don't think you're slowing this team down, dude. I don't think this is going to even come close. Paint presence, I think, is another big thing to talk about here. Washington State has some dudes, has some big dudes. I was watching that game, and they actually had guys to match up with Bello, right? And I think that's important. And Keon Brooks, obviously, phenomenal scorer, right? Very, very good. I think he's gonna have a tough matchup here in that paint against these guys, but he's a 6'7" guy, right? 6'7" forward, gonna be in that starting lineup. And then you look at their other big, I think it's Kapanang is how you say it, 6'11" there. I just do not see him matching up well with these guys, right? When you look at who he's going to be guarding, dude, this guy's going to have to guard Omar Ballo, who's just been an absolute beast on the boards. I think that all of those offensive rebounds are going to be there. I think the 3-point shot's going to just be electric here at home off of a loss. I don't want to head into Arizona after a loss with this team pissed off, right? This is a team that's going to just run the score up, in my opinion. I think they should at least. And they're averaging 93 points per game at home. So they're averaging over this. They're getting a pace up spot against a mediocre defense who wants to run with you with a little anger on their mind, baby. I'm rolling with Arizona. I'm putting 1.5 on it. I don't think this game slows down for 1 second, even if they're up 20, which I think is a very big possibility here. So sign me up for some Wildcats, team total 91.5. And we're going with Eastern Washington Eagles over 161 minus 110. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate all your support. It really means a lot to me. I know we're going to get back on track. I'm not worried about that at all. Appreciate you supporting me. Hit that like button if you could. And we will be back on Monday with some more YouTube Play of the Day spots. So thank you. Have a good one, guys, and best of luck today.